U.S. Senator, I will fight for you. I'm Val Demings, and I approve this message, paid for by Val Demings for U.S. Senate.
Now in its 10th season, Orlando Community Arts and Orlando Health present Claire and the Chocolate Nutcracker at the Dr. Phillips Center for Performing Arts on Saturday, November the 26th at 7 p.m. Join Claire on her magical journey to the Kingdom of Toys as she tours the world, visiting Africa, Asia, and the Caribbean, as well as India, Spain, and other lands. Get your tickets today at drphillipscenter.org. And don't forget to pick up your Claire and the Chocolate Nutcracker dolls at claireandthechocolatenutcracker.com.
Ladies, mark your calendar for December the 2nd through the 4th for some serious networking, vendors, entertainment, and 7 times NAACP award recipient Nikki Giovanni. Call 386-688-1294. That's 386-688-1294. Or go online to uniqueproductionsllc.com for details. And thanks, oldschool101.com, for caring.
I'm Raphael Warnock, and my dad was a veteran, a pastor, and a small businessman. And even 40 years later, I can still remember him telling us, if somebody hires you to do a job, do the job they hired you to do. It's something I've tried to follow my whole life. As a pastor, I've strived to put the needs of my community first. And in the Senate, I've done whatever possible to get things done for the people of Georgia. That's why I'm so proud to have led the fight to cap the cost of insulin for Georgia seniors, to have expanded health care for veterans, and to have pushed the president to help relieve student loan debt. I'm Raphael Warnock, and if someone hires you to do a job, do the job they hired you to do. That's why I approve this message. Visit warnockforgeorgia.com to support my campaign.
Paid for by Warnock for Georgia.
Who here misses common sense? I sure do. I'm Dana Fernandez, running for Seminole County School Board District 5. I humbly ask for your vote this November 8th in order to make our schools the best for all our students, protect parental rights, and just take the politics out of our schools. So please, on November 8th, come out and support me, Dana Fernandez, and let's bring back some common sense. Paid for by Dana Fernandez for School Board District 5.
Make some noise!
oldschool101.com. WFCH Digital Broadcast.
Number 1.
Winter Park, Orlando, Florida.
They're Americans!
Part of the Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network.
Text your friends.
Copyright 2022.
The one and only. You rockin' with the best.
Our primary objective is to keep the groove.
I'm Jeff Allen. Join me each week for unique yet common sense opinions on sports with Jeff Allen Sports Talk on oldschool101.com every Sunday afternoon at 1:30 Eastern. We'll break down the sports world minus the hot takes with prominent guests and my stable of sports guys. It's sports conversation the way it should be. Jeff Allen Sports Talk, Sunday afternoons at 1:30 Eastern on oldschool101.com.
Power on.
About time. We're going to start the party without you.
Let's get the show started.
Captain Company
Is now boarded.
Gate
2022. The thoughts and opinions expressed on Captain Company do not reflect those of the Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network, my union, its affiliates, and or sponsors. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Captain Company Internet Airways flight number 2012 with nonstop hits for grown folk from Central Florida. My name is Tammy, and I will be your head flight attendant this morning, along with Reese, the producer. If there is anything I can do to make this show more enjoyable for you this morning, please don't hesitate to let me know by ringing or texting 407-304-0488. The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign, so please sit back and relax and enjoy Captain & Company, now via your favorite online station.
Well, good morning from the flight deck. This is your captain speaking. Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Our primary objective is to keep the groove.
Uh-oh.
Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Mike. What day is it, Mike? Listen, guess what today is?
It's Friday. Friday. Day.
Thank God it's Friday!
You're listening to resident mixologist
Captain and Company in the morning.
In the mix.
Feels good. Just got paid. It's Friday night. Party hunter. Feeling right. Body shaking. All around. No one there. I'm gonna get it down. Check the mirror. I'm looking fly. Round up the posse. Jump in my ride. Radio rocking. A monster jam. Feel the rhythm. Pump up the sound. I'm feeling so good. Don't you know I'm just grooving to the beat. I'm grooving. Yeah. Just got paid. It's Friday night. Party hunting. The place is right. Feeling alright. Shaking. All around, baby. One drink. Now I'm getting down on the floor, rocking to the beat. Oh, hey, you sure look sweet. Fine young lady, standing by. Come on, baby, sweet Adeline. Pow. You look so sweet and you're moving to the beat.
Check this out.
I'm tired of all these boring parties. I'll be get on down. Come on, let's get on down. That's cool. Just got paid. It's Friday night. Party right. Shaking all around. The way you move.
Really? Oh my gosh, he's clever.
You said. Boy.
That's awesome.
Dumb bitch.
Everybody knows that.
That's cool. Ho, ho. Say ho.
You have just been infected.
Everybody knows that.
Why can't we just get in the running? Why can't we just get in the running? Why can't we just get in the running car?
guys be cool. That's it.
Frickin' raccoons, man. And this is the second time.
Why can't we just get in the running car?
Captain and Company in the morning. Is here.
You know this ain't no place for no kids.
And no, you can't have a lap dance.
He talks more than the phonograph record.
Do you want to have a party? Do you want to have a ball? Do you want to make a scene? Then scream!
Roses are red, violets are blue. UCF is still scoring touchdowns in space. I mean to tell you. What a behind whipping at the bounce house last night. I lost track of the score. And I know Slick Vic will give me the total in a moment. Oh, they just scored again. Touchdown, UCF! Oh, my God. I think the bounce house might be broken. I mean, they were jamming last night. And then again, there was a football game on a network called Prime that I refused to pay money to. Kind of like dealing with the Department of Revenue, and I will tell you that story shortly. Because if you went through what I went through, oh my effing G.
Tears, no fears, man. Oh, is that right? Respect it, don't neglect it. All right, my brother. Treat it, don't beat him. All right, baby.
Wheels up, flaps down. Let's fly.
Texas 1549, runway 4, clear for takeoff.
You can always return to Orlando.
You like? Tell me what you're working with.
Oh my effing G. Why can't we get in the running car? Because somebody couldn't check a box off. That's what. Are you with me, Vic? Good morning, sir.
I'm with you, Captain. Captain. Good morning. Oh, by the way, UCF scored another touchdown.
Oh, okay. I think I went to, when I fell asleep, it was 56-14, and they were going down to score again. So did they make it 63, or did they get to 70?
They got to 70, Captain.
Wow!
70-13.
Now, and then if you watch the Washington football game against Chicago, it was 12-7, and even though I saw what do I want to call it, the highlights, that Chicago should have scored a touchdown at the end, I would think, but oh well, they missed again. So, and then Ron Rivera went off about his owner who wants to sell the rest of them out. So I digress.
Captain, let me put it to you in perspective.
Okay.
UCF in the second half scored 35 points.
Yes.
In the last 9 quarters of Thursday night football, there were a combined 40 points scored and only 2 touchdowns.
So,
actually, check that out, 1 touchdown.
So the moral of the story is: do not watch Thursday night football. You're wasting your time.
Correct.
Okay, that amazes it, and that's kind of how I feel about Jeff Bezos and people that run to Amazon. I mean, there are people out there that run to Amazon and they think they're saving money. My God, you save.
If anything, you're spending more money.
You look. You're saving money like your parents did when they went to Kmart to get the blue light special. That really was marked up 10%, and you thought you were saving money, but you really weren't. But they're making you feel, giving you a warm and fuzzy, and you believed it. Kind of like, listen to this segue, kind of like the Department of Revenue with that warm and fuzzy the other day, where Mick Dolan and I went down to their office, and we're trying to get my driver's license straightened, finally, again. And all they had to do was check a box in a computer so that Motor Vehicles knows that it's okay. Give it back to them so I can register the car and we can go on our happy way. You know, the CEO got a new car, and hers is in the driveway, and mine, which was hers, is in the garage. Because I can't register it until I get my paperwork in order. And I want you to know that yesterday we went back down to Motor Vehicles, and they said the box is still not checked, so that meant the CEO was about ready to explode. Why do they treat people like that? Is what she's asking. And I'm like, now I want you to see what I've been fighting for 20-some years. Bull crap. You know, I know, we know, the network knows, the family knows I am not the bad daddy. So how did I get caught in this web? Because I'm a black male. They don't do this to everybody, people. And only in Florida. So, as pissed off as she was, we went back down to the building to get it straight. And the lady that we spoke to, according to her, I can go get everything done today. But I have a phone number here that I'm going to check in an hour to make sure it's all right. And if it's all right, we're leaving at 11 o'clock. Okay, we'll put somebody on and they can mix it. Well, we'll kick off the remix weekend a little early. But I need I need to get my wheels situated. She needs to have her wheels in the garage, and I am getting out of town. I'm going somewhere. I'm not telling you where I'm going. I'm getting
undisclosed location.
I'm getting the hell out of here. Because I cannot believe the bull crap I've had to go through. And I really wasn't, and I know Jerome would probably say, Captain, you shouldn't share your business on the air, but hold on a minute. There are people out there that are going through the same crap that I'm going through, and they don't even know where to go to, where to turn to. And you know what? That was a what do you call it? An epiphany.
Yes.
I now realize why I do what I do on my show, and that is to educate you so you don't have to go through the same crap I go through. Even though UCF just scored a touchdown while I was talking, okay? You like that save? That was a save.
Man, Lord.
Hold on. But I know I can say this. I can certainly say this or answer this question right now.
Why can't we just get in the running car?
We will this afternoon, I promise. We will get in the running car and crank up DJ Rachel and DJ Joey G all weekend long. Right here on Captain Company in the Morning.
Friday.
You ain't fooling me, Jack.
Don't get it twisted now.
Ran out of drink where you were today?
Yeah, boy.
You're listening to the sounds of DJ Rachel.
Yes.
listening to the sounds of DJ Rachel.
For a special announcement.
Captain and Company in the morning. It's a Freestyle Friday with our girl DJ Rachel. Slick Vic here with news you can use to start your day.
The House committee investigating January 6th held what was possibly its last hearing of the year yesterday, and it ended with a subpoena of former President Donald Trump for his role in the Capitol attack. For most of the hearing, lawmakers focused on how Trump acknowledged he lost the 2020 election, but did not try to stop violence from his supporters. Committee Chair, Democratic Congressman Benny Thompson.
What Donald Trump proceeded to do after the 2020 election is something no president has done before in our country. In a staggering betrayal of his oath, Donald Trump attempted a plan that led to an attack on a pillar of our democracy.
The panel also showed Secret Service messages and video footage showing how worried agents were about armed Trump supporters storming the building. And new video was shown of congressional members phoning officials for help during the siege. Democratic Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer here is calling then-acting Secretary of Defense Christopher Miller.
I'm going to call up the effing Secretary of DOD. We have some senators who are still in their hideaways. They need massive personnel now. Can you get the Maryland National Guard to come too?
Yesterday's biggest move, though, was a subpoena for Trump himself. The panel voted unanimously to bring the former president forward at a future date. Republican Congresswoman and Committee Vice Chair Liz Cheney.
But a key task remains. We must seek the testimony under oath of January 6th Central Player.
We're learning more about last Thursday's knife attacks on the Las Vegas Strip. The unprovoked violence began just before noon that day when a man claiming to be a chef outside the Wynn Casino approached performers dressed as showgirls and claiming to want a picture, then pulled out a 12-inch kitchen knife. He later stabbed at least 8 people, killing 2 of them. Authorities say victims were both locals and tourists. That's according to a 3-page arrest report from police. They've also identified the suspect as 32-year-old Yoni Barrios. He faces 2 counts of murder and 6 counts of attempted murder. One of those killed has been identified as Maris Jordan, a 30-year-old performer on the Strip. The other, 47-year-old Brent Howitt, also a Las Vegas resident.
Still dealing with a big hurricane down in Florida nearly 2 weeks after Ian swept across Florida. The search for victims there is now over.
Medical examiners are confirming 102 deaths related to this storm. That's across 17 counties, but one area in particular, Lee County, where Ian came ashore as a Category 4 storm, very strong Category 4 storm, had 52 deaths. Ian also took a major toll on the power grid, leaving 2 million homes in the dark right after the storm hit. Today, about 16,000 customers are still without power, though.
That's the look of the world we live in at this hour. I'll be back at the end of the hour with your entertainment. Now, before we get back in the mix, the captain will tell us how our weather is looking as we enter this weekend.
And you're going to not believe this one. Look, can I just stop right here? Orlando. Cold front, Tuesday. Oh my goodness, on Tuesday we're only going to be in the 70s. But until then, you got to deal with this, all right? Toronto, 47 degrees on the outside, 55 and rain. Thanks for that text, Walk from the Pork. We appreciate you. Inside of the DMV, the good one, 59 degrees on the outside, 69 and partly cloudy skies. Johnny Brooklyn with Kansas City. Yes, the ticket is booked. Flying in on Southwest. 47 on the outside, 76 in sunshine. San Francisco and Doc and the gang, 54. 63 in clouds. LA, 66. 72 and cloudy. Orlando, well, deal with it, Orlando, for now. 76. 88 today.
From the shores of the St. John's on this Freestyle Friday, October the 14th, this is BP with your daily dose of sarcastic positivity and your horoscopes. Hey, Aries, let's get it going with you. Grab the coffee and turn it up. It seems that your sensitivity is in slight conflict with your actions. You continue to go through the daily motions and do what you planned on doing, but it seems, though, is that your heart is no longer in it. On a Friday? Man, it's a hell of a way to start. Gemini, perhaps you've been impatiently waiting for the moment to jump into new adventures after your meditation during the last few months. Know that the moment has almost arrived. You now have the strategy, objective, and the means at your disposal to succeed. Well, now that you're done waiting, let's get something done because it's halfway through the month of October. Cancer, if you find yourself tired and irritable at the moment, go to sleep. No, you should know that this is normal, for you anyway. You may have had a few weeks that were a little too studious, and would you like to continue on that same path? Oh, be careful, your ambitions don't lead you to exhaustion, so make sure you take it slow. Leo, this is going to be a good moment to look elsewhere. You should do just as the artist does when he has worked too long on a painting and take a step back. You need to clear your head, go for a walk, call a mentor, do something to put yourself on the right track. Virgo, this is the right moment to extricate yourself from relationships that have seen their day. Yeah, that's all, folks. This won't be easy, but you must. In your professional and private lives, you're too hesitant to get out of distasteful situations or obligations, so when things go sour, get the hell out. Libra, you took off like a bullet a few days ago, making great progress in a short amount of time. Now you're grappling with doubts that are undermining all of your energy. Reflecting on the events of the past few days, it's obvious that you were somewhat reckless in your headlong pursuit of your goals. So now it's time to right the ship this weekend. Scorpio, there's some likelihood that you'll be haunted by thoughts of your love life. Perhaps you're intrigued by the idea of exploring certain secret realms of your relationship. That girl is pretty kinky. The girl's a super freak. Oh, here we go. You aren't sure how to communicate all of this to your mate. Yeah, communication's important because you just start smacking somebody's ass. They're going to look at you like, what? Sagittarius, today more than ever, you will yearn to escape the daily routine. You thirst for new sights and sounds, new faces, new places, but you know you must juggle your desires with professional and domestic obligations. Yeah, because if you ain't cleaned your room, ain't nobody going to want to get in it. Capricorn, you're finally on the mend. Yes. The minor ailments that may have dragged you down lately are beginning to disappear. You're about to regain all of your physical energy. Look out, here they come. Capricorn is on the move. Aquarius, do you feel a little under the weather today? It's quite possible considering all the emotional turmoil you've been through lately. It takes time to recover from storms. As you know, the work itself isn't what gets you down. It's the worry about the future that drains your energy. Yeah, so if you haven't paid your bill yet, make sure you get it in or the CEO's going to hunt you down. Pisces, stinking up the joint. There is some likelihood that the mood at home is fraught with tension. Did you have some intellectual disagreement? In any case, it looks that though your self-confidence is stronger than ever right now, you probably can join into the tweeting chorus for JRP right now, right? And last but not least, Taurus, on this hyperactive Friday, you may have been spending or saving too much money. Well, I gotta have it to do either, right? It's clear that rebalancing is in order if you're to find pleasure rather than frustration. It's a curious phenomenon as though you've lost contact with your body. Yeah, out of money, out of mind, out of, everything. I'm just out of it whatsoever. From the shores of the St. John's, this is BP with your horoscopes. I'll see you later for sports. Got a lot of football to talk. It's all coming up later on Captain and Company in the morning.
More of DJ Rachel, the Pepperoni Kid, in the mix on Freestyle Friday.
friend to play. You'll never go out on your own. In me you will find a home, from the back to the middle and around again. I'm gonna be there to the end, 100%. Feel love. From the back to the middle and around again. I'm gonna be there to the end, 100%. Feel love.
feel the beat. DJ Rachel is in the mix.
DJ Rachel, ew, the Pepperoni Kid.
Finishing up hour number one on Captain the Company in the morning on a Freestyle Friday. As always, our girl DJ Rachel setting the tone for today's festivities. Slick Vic back again with your entertainment report. Being brought to you by the BJ Murphy Show, who'll be back on the airways Monday 3 to 6 on oldschool101.com. For all you classic R&B lovers, Sade is heading back to the studio. According to reports, she is working on a new album for the first time in over a decade. According to a press release, a group including Brad Pitt and Damien Quintard said that they'll be reopening rival studios for use, and Sade has already been sent as a future resident of the room. They also shared that the Nigerian-born British singer and her backing band are the space's first unofficial guest. Merveille Studios is a vineyard in the south of France located on the Chateau Merveille. It was founded in 1977 by jazz pianist Jacques Lussier, who hosted legendary recording sessions, including Sade's two albums, Promise and Stronger Than Pride. As we get any more information about this happy development for all you R&B lovers, we will provide that to you on Captain the Company in the morning. Actor Cuba Gooding Jr. has resolved his New York City forcible touching case Thursday with a guilty plea to a lesser charge. No jail time will be in his future after complying with the terms of a conditional plea agreement that was reached back in April. Prosecutor Colleen Balbert said Gooding has stayed out of trouble and completed 6 months of alcohol and behavior modification counseling, allowing him to withdraw his misdemeanor plea and plead guilty to harassment violations. Gooding faces no additional penalties, and by replacing his misdemeanor plea with a plea to a non-criminal violation, he will not have a criminal record. If he had failed to comply with the terms of the deal, he would have faced up to 1 year in jail. I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to somehow spin this story into a TV show that's going to be loosely based on Captain the Company in the morning, like the Wayans tried to pull off earlier this week. That wraps up our entertainment report for this morning. Hour number 2 of Freestyle Friday with the boy north of the border, DJ Joey G, coming up on Captain the Company in the morning.
I'm Val Demings. I'm a wife, a mother of 3 sons, and a grandmother of 5. My parents, a maid and a janitor, raised my 6 siblings and me to fight for what's right. As a social worker, I fought for children. As a police chief, I fought for families to live in safer communities. As your U.S. Senator, I will fight for you. I'm Val Demings, and I approve this message. Paid for by Val Demings for U.S. Senate.
Now in its 10th season, Orlando Community Arts and Orlando Health present Claire and the Chocolate Nutcracker at the Dr. Phillips Center for Performing Arts on Saturday, November the 26th at 7 p.m. Join Claire on her magical journey to the Kingdom of Toys as she tours the world, visiting Africa, Asia, and the Caribbean, as well as India, Spain, and other lands. Get your tickets today at drphillipscenter.org. And don't forget to pick up your Claire and the Chocolate Nutcracker dolls at claireandthechocolatenutcracker.com.
Ladies, mark your calendar for December the 2nd through the 4th for some serious networking, vendors, entertainment, and 7 times NAACP award recipient Nikki Giovanni. Call 386-688-1294. That's 386-688-1294. Or go online to uniqueproductionsllc.com for details. And thanks, oldschool101.com, for caring.
I'm Raphael Warnock, and my dad was a veteran, a pastor, and a small businessman. And even 40 years later, I can still remember him telling us, if somebody hires you to do a job, do the job they hired you to do. It's something I've tried to follow my whole life. As a pastor, I've strived to put the needs of my community first. And in the Senate, I've done whatever possible to get things done for the people of Georgia. That's why I'm so proud to have led the fight to cap the cost of insulin for Georgia seniors, to have expanded health care for veterans, and to have pushed the president to help relieve student loan debt. I'm Raphael Warnock, and if someone hires you to do a job, do the job they hired you to do. That's why I approve this message. Visit WarnockForGeorgia.com to support my campaign.
Paid for by Warnock for Georgia.
Who here misses common sense? I sure do. I'm Dana Fernandez, running for Seminole County School Board District 5. I humbly ask for your vote this November 8th in order to make our schools the best for all our students, protect parental rights, and just take the politics out of our schools. So please, on November 8th, come out and support me, Dana Fernandez, and let's bring back some common sense. Paid for by Dana Fernandez for School Board District 5.
Make some noise!
Oldschool101.com. WFCH Digital Broadcast.
Number 1,
Winter Park, Orlando, Florida.
They're Americans!
Part of the Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network.
Text your friends.
Copyright 2022.
The one and only. You're rocking with the best.
Our primary objective is to keep the groove.
I'm Jeff Allen. Join me each week for unique yet common sense opinions on sports with Jeff Allen Sports Talk on oldschool101.com every Sunday afternoon at 1:30 Eastern. We'll break down the sports world minus the hot takes with prominent guests and my stable of sports guys. It's sports conversation the way it should be. Jeff Allen Sports Talk, Sunday afternoons at 1:30 Eastern on oldschool101.com.
Jeff Allen with his sports talk. Oh boy, we're talking about getting Kubo Kyle show over here as well. Student of the game. I've just, I don't know when I'll have time to try to figure this one out. I'm still tackling all sorts of things around here. I just found paperwork that was damaged from Hurricane Ian. I said, what is that smell? And paper and plastic and ew. Yes, we had a flood back here from the storm 2 weeks ago. They still haven't picked up the yard waste from the storm 2 weeks ago. We still haven't heard from FEMA from the storm 2 weeks ago. But I digress. But we have heard from Slick Vic, who wants to call who, what? Could you please clarify?
You see, what had happened was, in the entertainment report, I incorrectly pronounced the artist's name where it should have been Sade. And I don't know what the hell I said in the entertainment report. So I apologize for my malfeasance.
You said Sade, and I'm like, who?
Yeah.
And then it dawned on me who you were talking about, and then I had to bust out laughing.
Yes.
As I was trying to remove a monitor that was damaged by an ex-girlfriend when she pushed me out of. Well, that's a whole nother story. So it's.
Well, by the way, Captain, I do have an update for those of you who were enjoying the tollless roadways that will end at 6 a.m. on Saturday. The Florida Department of Transportation has announced that they will be resuming normal toll operations as of 6 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Oh, so I can actually run to the beach today and relax on the beach.
Yes.
Okay. Or I can run anywhere. I could go up the turnpike. I could go 95. I don't have a toll to go to Buc-ee's. Oh, yes, I do. 417 to get to Buc-ee's. So I can go to one of 3 locations this weekend and don't have to worry about paying any tolls, at least until noon. Is it noon tomorrow?
No, 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, 6 a.m. Oh, okay. So
6 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay, all right.
When the tolls will be resuming.
Okay.
Officials said that the Central Florida Expressway Authority lost out on approximately $25 billion due to toll suspension.
Well, why are they complaining? $25 million. You missed out on $25 million. I can tell you how much money I've missed out on over the last week, but I will
digress
on that. Okay. DJ Joey G in the mix on Captain Company in the morning. Flight number 2509. Is that correct, Vic?
Yes.
As we...
Did you change the title card today?
No, I did not. I'm still... Dude, I've got more sidebars to do. Hell, I haven't even put my teeth back in. What are you talking about?
What we're gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back into time.
DJ Joey G, north of the border. The Hamilton Hamburger in the mix.
Renegades of this atomic age. This atomic age for renegades. Prehistoric ages and the days of ancient Greece on down to the Middle Ages. Planet Earth kept going through changes. Then the Renaissance came. Times continue to change. Nothing stayed the same. But there were always renegades. Like City Bull. Tom Paine. Dr. Martin Luther King. Malcolm X. The renegade. Yes, the renegade. That time and aim. Mighty renegade. Now hand clap. The renegade. From a different solar system, many, many galaxies away. We are the force of another creation, a new musical revelation. And we're on this musical mission to help the others listen. Improve on land to land. Singing electronic jazz like astrology, like technology, like creation, like illumination, like revelation, destroy all nations. Like militant, like violence and like doomsday, a renegade.
In the meantime and in between time, if you work your thing, then I work mine. We came here together so we could have fun. Me and you, baby, going one-on-one. Now this is the last chance for us to get off. So either get loose or you ought to get lost. Cause I'm just about ready to do my thing. Cause I'm a stone cold New York rap machine. I'ma give you what I got, and baby, that's plenty. And never has one man rock so many. I'ma make you wet and make you sweat. Just to see how funky you can get. Now when I'm on the mic, I do serve well. And I go by the name of the rapper y'all love. Now sit back, relax, put on your headgear. You're ready for a trip through the atmosphere. Gonna take you for a ride through the twilight zone. I don't need a spaceship, I use my microphone. So hold on tight with all your might, cause I'll be rocking like this for the rest of the night. It's John Lil, yo, your master rapper. And when I'm on the mic, it's a sheer disaster. Cause MCs crumble when we rumble. Some think I'm soft just because I'm humble. So all you MCs, I hope you're real good listeners. Cause in this battle, I'm taking no prisoners. I'm slaying MCs right on the spot. Cause I'm the master of the rap, the doctor of the rap. The jack of all trades, the master of one. And the thing I master is called having fun. We got 3 minutes left to rock this funk. To separate the good stuff from the junk. So get in the groove and feel the sound. And once you're inside, spread yourself around. From the bottom to the top, top to the bottom. Come on, Master D, get funky while we got it.
Jam on it.
right, cold-blooded, bonafide, house, rockin' jam on production MC. If you want the best, then put me to the test, and I'm sure you'll soon agree that I got no flaws, cause I'm down by law when it comes to rockin' viciously, you see. Cause when I was a little baby boy, my mama gave me a brand new toy. 2 turntables with a mic, and I learned to rock like a Dolomite. Time went by on this God creation. I knew someday I would rock the nation, so I made up my mind just what to do, and I joined with the Jam on production crew. So go crazy, don't let your body be lazy. I said don't stop the body rock till your eyesight starts to get hazy. Clean out your ears and you open your eye. If you want to hear the music, just come alive. If you don't know how, get ready to learn. Cause Cosmo's taking his turn to burn.
Take the C and O in the C, then you add M-O and the freaky G, add a funky beat, and then what do you see? It's Cosmo D, yeah, baby, that's me. I got the beat, that's oh so sweet. Without me rocking, it's incomplete. So rock this yo, rock that yo, rock on and don't you dare stop. You rock this, rock that, and that's back on the Jam on crew. Rock your body right, rock the steam, look the moon, right off the track, and the whole wide world is funky time.
Joey G in the mix on Captain Company in the morning.
I'm on a mission to store my dishes, so don't say nothing. And just listen, ain't no time for frontin' or dissing, 'cause this is the jam that you're all missing. A-U-T-O jam. Fresh, dress, yes, and I'm blessed. I got the plan to do the right, so I'm gonna freak the whole house tonight. My main frame is made of circuits, so get on the dance floor and let me work up global production worldwide. So let me transform and fly, because the night's the night. I'm all night, so we can get together, baby, and do this right. So pump it, oh
Is that DJ Joey G being funky? Oh no! On Captain Company in the morning. Oh my God, I hate to cut him off right now, but we got to do news you can use. DJ Joey G, give me a few moments right here on Captain Company in the morning.
Interrupt this program for a special announcement.
Captain Company in the morning, rolling along on a Freestyle Friday with a boy north of the border, DJ Joey G. Slick Vic here with news you can use this hour. A story that was first confirmed yesterday here at Captain Company in the morning was made official yesterday afternoon. Nicholas Cruz, the gunman in the Parkland, Florida school massacre, will be sentenced to life in prison without parole. This for the 2018 murder of 17 people at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. The jury said yesterday that it could not unanimously agree that he should be executed, which under Florida law requires a unanimous vote of at least one count to be given the death penalty. The jury's recommendation came after 7 hours of deliberation over 2 days, which ended a 3-month trial that included graphic photos, videos, and testimony from the massacre, heart-wrenching testimony from victims' family members, and a tour of the still blood-spattered building. Circuit Judge Elizabeth Scheer will formally issue the life sentences on November 1st. As we get more information about this story and the sentencing that will be taking place, we will provide that to you here at Captain Company in the morning.
Several former Trump aides said Trump admitted he lost the 2020 election while publicly rallying with false claims of election fraud. Video testimony from former Trump campaign spokesman Jason Miller said that aides told Trump, quote, "The odds of us prevailing were very small," unquote. Former White House Communications Director Alyssa Farah also said that a week after the election was called, Trump said, quote, "Can you believe I lost to this effing guy," unquote. The panel also showed that a report from the Secret Service field office showed a tip was received by the FBI that the Proud Boys planned to march into Washington and outnumber police. 5 people are dead after an hours-long shooting yesterday in a residential part of Raleigh, North Carolina. One of those dead was an off-duty police officer. An investigation is ongoing, but officials say there is no longer an active threat. Raleigh Mayor Mary Ann Baldwin.
This is a sad and tragic day for the city of Raleigh. Just after 5 p.m. today, multiple people were shot on the Neuse River Greenway. At this time, what we can report is that RPD has confirmed 5 fatalities. One of them was an off-duty Raleigh police officer. We must stop this mindless violence in America. We must address gun violence.
The violence was the 25th mass killing this year, where victims were fatally shot, according to a database from Northeastern University, USA Today, and the Associated Press. A mass killing is defined as when 4 or more people are killed, not counting the perpetrator.
That's what's going on in the world we live in at this particular hour. Hope everyone enjoys your weekend. And now the captain will tell us about our weather as we go into this weekend here in Central Florida.
I can tell you this. Here in Orlando, it's going up to 88. Already at 81. And a cold front. A cold front comes through on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, high temperature, 79 degrees. You can slow down for those school zones in effect. There is a tropical storm out there in the Gulf, over in the far left-hand corner. That would be the Bay of Campeche. Tropical storm Carl, 20.2 north, 92.4 west. Moving southeast at 9 miles an hour, going to crash into the coast of Mexico. Maximum sustained winds, a pedestrian, 40 miles an hour. Compared to Hurricane Ian, hey, they can deal with that.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. What's that birthday month out there? I said, what's that birthday month out there? Is it December? Is it March? Is it January? Is it April?
Now, I want you to know, while we're sitting here listening to DJ Joey G in the mix, and I found out that my paperwork will be done today at DMV, and also moving things around in the studio, and found papers that were damaged from the hurricane. Do you really think I had time to look up whose birthday it is? Well, right off the screen you go, or we will go. Dwight D. Eisenhower, former president of the United States, and the reason why we have freeways in America. Do you really think they built a freeway just for you to go to Daytona Beach or to Miami? No, they built freeways so that if the Russians decided to come over here, we can move our troops around really quick. Doesn't that make sense? And they got that idea from the Germans. Also born on this day, the late, great George Floyd. Today would have been his birthday. Also celebrating a birthday, Roger Moore was born on this day. Yes, the funniest James Bond I ever knew. Actress Natalie Maines is 48. And Usher celebrating his 44th birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Birthdays are like chocolate chip cookies. If you think about how many you've had, it makes you kind of sick.
All right, let's see. I think we left off with Joey G 25 minutes into the mix. Damn, I'm good. Captain Company in the morning.
All I want
It's all up on the beat, Shaka Khan. Let me rock, Shaka Khan. Let me rock you, got the feel for you, feel for you.
dope. Oh yeah, black rock, girl, that body whoa. I love when you move it slow. I love when you take it low. Real girls get down on the floor, you know I whip it real good. Whip it real good. Front day, back to your hood. She know I got the good wood. Hop in cause the car ain't rented and you can't see me cause the window tinted. Anything you want, girl, go get it cause the car Master P got no let it whip. And whip it. Hey, no time to trip. Hey, move your and whip it.
So we walked her to her house and she opened up the door. It was a heart-shaped bed in the middle of the floor. She pushed me, that girl. Whoa, Sally, that girl. So we bailed out her house just to get something to eat. We saw a friend named Patty walking down the street. Patty turned around as we yelled out her name. She dropped to one knee and began to sing. Whoa, Sally, that girl. Whoa, Sally, that girl. Sally is a girl that likes to play. And if you want some loving, Sally is okay. She has a different fellow every day of the week. 2 or maybe 3 just to make it sweet. Sally wants a man she can call her home. And 6700 she can call on the phone. So, Sally.
Give me a freaky, geeky nation, the total female population. I can deal with that situation. I don't care about my reputation. Give me a freaky, geeky nation, the total female population. I can deal with that situation. I don't care about my reputation.
I'm the Egyptian lover, sexy senor. It's not just a name, it's an adventure. I mix so fast, I scratch so sweet. There's not another DJ on earth who can compete.
Yes, there is. That would be the captain, but DJ Joey G, thank you, sir.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat.
Swing and a miss. Slam dunk. Touchdown. Sports.
From the shores of the St. Johns,
On this Freestyle Friday at the A7BN Sports Desk, I am BP, and this is the Daily Sports Wrap presented by Premier Oracle Elevator. Give John Gill a call at 321-316-8558 for all of your vertical transportation needs. Let's get into everything else before we talk about the foosball. NBA from last night. Grizzlies beat the Pistons 126-111, and the Thunder beat the Spurs 118-112 in San Antonio. Friday, you got some action. Cavaliers will take on the Magic at 7 o'clock over the Amway Center. Rockets will be on the Pacers at 7:30 on NBA TV. Celtics take on the Raptors. Wizards will take on the Knicks at 7:30. Nets and Timberwolves at 8, and the Hawks and Pelicans at 8. 9 o'clock, Mavs and Jazz. 10 o'clock, Nuggets and the Warriors on ESPN2, and the Lakers will take on the Kings out in Sacramento. NHL action from yesterday. Sabres beat the Senators 4-1. Flyers over the Devils 5-2 on ESPN Hockey Night. Penguins over the Coyotes 6-2. Panthers beat the Islanders 3-1. Maple Leafs over the Capitals 3-2. Rangers over the Wild 7-3. Stars beat the Predators 4-1. Avalanche fall to the Flames 5-3. Golden Knights blank the Blackhawks 1-0. And Seattle Kraken beats the LA Kings 4-1 over in LA. MLB playoffs. Houston beat the Mariners 4-2. They now lead the ALDS 2-0. Postponed was the Guardians and the Yankees. That game will be made up today. Inclement weather slowed down the game in the Bronx. For our friends north of the border, CFL action Week 19. Montreal takes on Ottawa at 7 o'clock. Hamilton will take on Calgary tonight at 9:45. On Saturday, 7 p.m. matchup between Toronto and Edmonton. And the way late game out on the west coast of Canada, Winnipeg goes to BC Place to take on the Lions. Top 25 college football, the game that I'll be watching for sure. 4th-ranked Clemson takes on Florida State in Tallahassee. 7:30 kick on ABC. Clemson is a 3.5-point favorite in that game. Florida State trying to get a little redemption after losing to NC State. Top 10 matchup on Big Noon over on Fox in Ann Arbor. 10th-ranked Penn State, who is 5-0 in the Big and 2-0 in the Big Ten, will take on Michigan, also undefeated. Huge matchup in that conference. 12 noon, Auburn on the road at 9th-ranked Ole Miss. Kansas, although they lost last week, they're still very much in the top 25. They take on a slumping Oklahoma team at 12 noon, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Iowa State on the road at 22nd-ranked Texas. Minnesota on the road against Illinois, and the Illini are 24th. Vanderbilt takes on top-ranked Georgia at 3:30. Huge game in the SEC. 3:30 kickoff on CBS between Alabama and Tennessee. Another ranked matchup in the Big 12 at 3:30. 8th-ranked Oklahoma State will take on TCU. Major game in the ACC with Atlantic Division implications. 15th-ranked NC State on the road at the Carrier Dome to take on Syracuse. Actually, they call that the JMA Wireless Dome these days, but it's always the Carrier Dome to me. 25th-ranked James Madison. Let me repeat that for everybody. 25th-ranked James Madison. 5 games into their season as an FBS team, they are 5-0, and they are playing Georgia Southern in the Sun Belt. Mississippi State takes on Kentucky, who's back in the poll after slipping away a little bit. 7:30 on SEC Network, and out on the West Coast, big Pac-12 game. USC takes on 20th-ranked Utah. The Trojans are ranked 7th and undefeated in the Pac-12. Yesterday, another boring game on Amazon Prime. Boy, I can't tell you what, these guys are not ready to play football on Thursday nights. Commanders, though, did beat the Bears 12-7. Everybody's whining about Trevor Lawrence. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you Justin Fields in Chicago. One touchdown pass, 14 of 27 for 190, and that was all she wrote. He actually ran for his life, but ran for 12 carries, 88 yards in that game. Well, the game of the week that everybody's talking about in the NFL, the Bills take on the Chiefs. That kicks off at 4:25 in Arrowhead, a rematch of their playoff, trilogy. Yeah, it's not the first time that the Chiefs are going to play each other in the postseason. You can guarantee it. 1 o'clock slate looks like this, though. 49ers take on the Falcons, Patriots at the Browns, Jets at the Packers, Jaguars take on the Colts, who they have dominated. Vikings take on the Dolphins, Bengals at the Saints, Ravens at the Giants, Bucks at the Steelers. The 4 o'clock slate, Panthers take on the Rams, 4:05 Cardinals and the Seahawks, and Sunday Night Football. Cowboys, who are on fire right now, take on the also red-hot Philadelphia Eagles. Philly is 5-0 right now. Kickoff at 8:20 on NBC. Monday Night Football. To close out your week, Broncos take on the Chargers in the AFC West. Should be another game out there in the AFC. From the shores of the St. John's, this is BP. Hey, I'm doing play-by-play tonight. If you're interested, check it out, floridasportsbroadcasting.com. Mandarin Mustangs come up to the Rock to play the Fleming Island Golden Eagles. My first play-by-play bit this season. I'm excited. Have a great rest of your Freestyle Friday, Hour 3, when we return on Captain and Company in the morning.
I'm Val Demings. I'm a wife, a mother of 3 sons, and a grandmother of 5. My parents, a maid and a janitor, raised my 6 siblings and me to fight for what's right. As a social worker, I fought for children. As a police chief, I fought for families to live in safer communities. As your U.S. Senator, I will fight for you. I'm Val Demings, and I approve this message. Paid for by Val Demings for U.S. Senate.
Ladies, mark your calendar for December the 2nd through the 4th for some serious networking, vendors, entertainment, and 7 times NAACP award recipient Nikki Giovanni. Call 386-688-1294. That's 386-688-1294. Or go online to uniqueproductionsllc.com for details. And thanks, oldschool101.com, for caring.
I'm Raphael Warnock, and my dad was a veteran, a pastor, and a small businessman. And even 40 years later, I can still remember him telling us, if somebody hires you to do a job, do the job they hired you to do. It's something I've tried to follow my whole life. As a pastor, I've strived to put the needs of my community first. And in the Senate, I've done whatever possible to get things done for the people of Georgia. That's why I'm so proud to have led the fight to cap the cost of insulin for Georgia seniors, to have expanded health care for veterans, and to have pushed the president to help relieve student loan debt. I'm Raphael Warnock, and if someone hires you to do a job, do the job they hired you to do. That's why I approve this message. Visit warnockforgeorgia.com to support my campaign.
Paid for by Warnock for Georgia.
Who here misses common sense? I sure do. I'm Dana Fernandez, running for Seminole County School Board District 5. I humbly ask for your vote this November 8th in order to make our schools the best for all our students, protect parental rights, and just take the politics out of our schools. So please, on November 8th, come out and support me, Dana Fernandez, and let's bring back some common sense. Paid for by Dana Fernandez for School Board District 5.
Make some noise!
oldschool101.com. WFCH Digital Broadcast.
Number 1,
Winter Park, Orlando, Florida.
They're Americans!
Part of the Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network.
Text your friends.
Copyright 2022.
The one and only. You rockin' with the best.
Our primary objective is to keep the groove.
I'm Jeff Allen. Join me each week for unique yet common sense opinions on sports with Jeff Allen Sports Talk on oldschool101.com every Sunday afternoon at 1:30 Eastern. We'll break down the sports world minus the hot takes with prominent guests and my stable of sports guys. It's sports conversation the way it should be. Jeff Allen Sports Talk, Sunday afternoons at 1:30 Eastern on oldschool101.com.
All right, we're in hour number 3. And of course, Slick Vic is nowhere to be found. So I guess I'll say goodbye for him and goodbye for us, and wrapping up our flight a little early because I will be legal within an hour. Again. Oh my God. Join us next week. We're going to have some fun. Dana Fernandez in. Also, we're going to talk to a gentleman about a book called Raised on the 80s on Thursday. So tell your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, and of course, your probation officer that you love, oldschool101.com and rhythm96.com. Thank you, DJ Rachel. Thank you, DJ Joey G. I am out of here. DJ Greg kicking off the Remix Weekend.